Welcome back to my series, Dance Mums Unedited. This is the series where I discuss production notes written by the producers of Dance Mums. These notes show us what happened behind the scenes of particular episodes. Today we're looking at Season 6, Episode 5. As always, there will be a link in the description box below which will take you to a PDF of these notes so that you can read through them in further detail. Because there was more to this episode than the producers cared to show. The week begins with the cast walking down the street towards Third Dance Studio because Abby had refused to let filming take place at the ALDC Holly is surprised to find that Nia has disappeared from their group and goes off in search of her. When she turns around the corner, she sees Nia by herself. Nia is crying because there are countless comments on her Instagram comparing her to Maddie. Before reading these notes, I had no idea that she was upset because she was being compared. Watching the episode, I had just assumed that people were picking on her. But learning this shows just how common and hurtful it was to the girls when people were comparing them to Maddie. Holly reassures Nia, telling her that the comments are ignorant and that she shouldn't compare herself to anyone else. Meanwhile, the other mums tell the rest of the girls that if they're ever questioned about Abby's legal situation, it's important that they say nothing negative. Holly and Nia rejoin the group, and Nia bursts into tears again. Holly explains what's going on, and the team surrounds her with a supportive group hug. Each girl and their mum then showers Nia with compliments. When the girls go into the studio, Holly explains to the other mums that Nia may get worse comments than the other girls because of her race. Holly is also frustrated because Abby won't let the girls train at her studio during the day, and yet she expects the girls to continue attending classes at night to bring in more customers and sell more jackets. In the studio, Gianna tells the team that she has not spoken to Abby and will just be doing her job. The mini-mums enter, and Gianna tells the whole room that since she is not Abby, Pyramid won't be taking place today. She does, however, recap last week's competition. Kerry asks Gianna who was at fault for the mini-dance being so sloppy, much to the disgust of the other mums. Holly informs her that this is not the way that someone should act when they are part of a team. Gianna announces the week's assignments. Nia and Kalani have an African duet, Peyton and Alexis have a duet called Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, and Bryn and Kendall have a duet called The Odd Couple. Ashley tries to argue that Bryn should have been assigned the dark role and Kendall should be the princess, but Jill thinks that she's out of line. Gianna then calls in the guest choreographer for the week, Knuckle. Jill informs him that Abby has resigned, and he seems surprised and a little disappointed about it. When the mums exit, Melissa begins to bash the mini-mums for showing up this week. Kerry accuses Ariana of having rude behaviour. Sari defends her daughter, saying that the only things Ariana was saying were things that Gianna had already told the girls. Kerry brings Gianna out to talk to them. Gianna reminds the mums that the girls were great last week, but not perfect. She also tells them that their girls shouldn't miss night classes at the ALDC Kerry claims that Ariana was horrid to Peyton, blaming Sari for teaching her daughter bad behaviour. Melissa piles on, saying that she has video proof of Ariana being a bully. Kerry says that while the junior girls will be fine without Abby, the minis desperately need her. Tiffany argues that they are in LA and can take classes anywhere, but Kerry says that they won't get the stardom and exposure that they're seeking without Abby. She then calls Sari out for telling the other mums to buy the wrong kind of shoe for the competition last week. The junior elite mums decide to go out to lunch, and are closely followed by the mini-mums who fight out the front of the restaurant. Jess and Holly ask them not to cause a scene, and Sari calls the junior mums hypocrites. Kerry is upset at Abby for not putting her name behind the mini group dance last week. Mary, however, sees it as a good sign that Alexis and Peyton are recreating an old ALDC duet. The mums watch Asia and Chloe's duet before leaving. On their way back to the studio, Jess and Holly inform the other mums that the mini team is falling apart. Back at the studio, Maddie FaceTimes Kendall. She is shocked to learn that the team is back at 3rd Street Dance Studio doing a Bollywood number this week, and that Abby is still missing. Holly calls Aisha, who is choreographing Nia and Kalani's duet this week. She invites the girls to join her at the Debbie Allen Dance Academy for African dance class tomorrow. Ashley tells the mums that she hopes that the group routine is so hard that it scares the minis away. Jill suggests that the mums should come up with a list of choreographers who can take over from Abby. Melissa, however, wants nothing to do with this plan. The following day, Melissa tells the mums that after some time away, Abby is finally back in LA. Jess says that the only thing that Abby cares about now is selling more ALDC jackets so that she can pay her $10,000 bail. The mini-mums join the elite mums, and Kerry asks if Abby is done with their girls and only focused on making money now. The mini-mums say that they want to finish their 3 weeks in LA. Jess tells them that they have plenty of opportunities here and shouldn't waste their time on Abby. When Ashley complains about how cramped the studio is, Holly tells her that maybe she should leave and go to the ALDC parking lot to welcome Abby. Jill questions why the mini-mums are still here, and Tiffany says that they made a commitment to the team. She also goes on to sympathise with Abby, and how it seems like she's losing everything. Ashley reminds her that Abby's indictment is a result of her own behaviour. She says that she did this to herself and is not a victim. Holly explains that none of this surprises her, and that they're all about to learn just how money-hungry Abby really is. Jill then reveals that Kendall's music video was shut down over the summer because Abby couldn't be bothered and didn't want to break her moratorium. She says that other people want to work with Kendall, but Kendall is stuck under Abby's contract. The mums once again talk about bringing in other choreographers. Melissa is completely against the idea, saying that Abby must approve of anyone who works with the girls. Holly then grabs Nia and Kalani to take them over to Debbie Allen. Knuckle calls the mums into the studio to watch the group dance. Melissa expresses her fright to the other mums, and Jill says the routine is a hot mess. Jess claims that the mini dancers were struggling and looking to the old girls for help. Over at Debbie Allen Dance Academy, Holly, Nia and Kalani meet Aisha. Aisha tells Kalani that she can't look dead in the eyes during this duet. Kalani is freaked out that both of her dances this week are in styles that she isn't used to. She worries that she is slowing them down. Then the girls meet Debbie Allen, who launches into a pep talk about being both dancers and artists. During their class, Debbie is shocked by how good Nia and Kalani are. Holly sees that both of the girls seem very happy, saying that it is something she hasn't seen in quite some time. The next day, the girls talk about their classes at the ALDC last night, saying that Abby seemed nice and quite relaxed. Holly explains that Abby found out that Kalani and Nia took a class at Debbie Allen's. Apparently, Abby's only concern was whether or not Debbie had asked about her. Holly admits that she told Debbie that Abby had resigned, and Debbie offered to host the girls at her studio anytime. Holly seems confused that Abby was polite and hugged her last night. She also tells the mums that Debbie seemed insulted that only 2 of the girls from their team came to take her class yesterday. The mini-mums then join the elite mums, already frustrated from their own drama. Kerry says that last night they were not working as a team. Kerry is afraid that Peyton is the worst of the minis, and wonders if this isn't the right team for her daughter. Holly suggests that the mums should rehearse at Debbie Allen's next week, but Melissa reminds the mums that she has a contract with Abby. The mini-mums become enraged when they see that Abby is holding an event at the ALDC LA this week. Sari is infuriated that Abby would shut them out of the studio and then invite total strangers in. The mini-mums all begin to cry, knowing that they have dropped their lives and families for Abby, who kicked them to the curb. Mary fumes that the mums were all mad at one another, when they should have really been mad at Abby. She says it's no surprise that Abby doesn't have any friends or family. The mini-mums then tell the junior elite mums about the event. Ashley and Holly are insulted that Abby claimed that she was too stressed for the girls to rehearse at her studio, and yet she can handle hosting an event. Jill calls Justin, who is in charge of the event. He explains that Abby's studio is simply being rented out for the event, and that Abby isn't hosting it. Melissa asks the mini-mums what they plan to do in the future, and Sari says that they plan to leave after this week, unless Abby calls them back. I'm honestly shocked that more of the minis didn't leave this week, given everything that Abby put them through. Melissa informs the mums that Kalani seems really upset about the duet. According to the notes, Kalani seems rather emotional sitting against the wall. Knuckle grabs the mums again to watch the group dance. The girls seem to have improved significantly since the last rehearsal. Knuckle asks the junior mums if the girls can help the minis practice the group dance. Jess throws Knuckle under the bus, saying that he shouldn't have kept the minis in this dance. Bryn and Jojo then tell their mums that the minis refused their help, wanting to go watch the new Peanuts movie instead of rehearsing. Knuckle sarcastically tells Melissa that he's glad that the movie is more important to the minis than the dance. Competition day arrives, and the team is greeted by fans chanting "Free Abby Lee." In the green room, Sari explains that she was up all night, taking Ariana to the hospital for her foot. Stressed out, Kerry abruptly leaves the green room. Holly follows her and gives her an encouraging pep talk. Gianna runs Alexis and Peyton's duet, and when she criticises Peyton, she begins to cry. Kerry says that she's tired of the bullying, grabs Peyton and leaves. Holly and Kenzie follow them out. Jill sympathises with the fact that Peyton is only 6, but Jess on the other hand says that she's sick of their excuses. I swear Jess has no empathy. Time and time again she doesn't even flinch when kids are hurt or upset. Kerry is crying, but she listens to Holly and Kenzie and allows Peyton to compete. Holly then encourages Kalani and Nia, telling them that although their duet is outside their comfort zone this week, they can't let anyone bring them down. Holly deserves a pay rise for all the pep talks and encouragements that she's sharing this week. I think she's the real MVP behind the scenes of this episode. While they wait backstage, Nia and Kalani receive phone calls from both Aisha and Debbie. After all the duets perform, the mums meet the girls outside, praising them for their routines. Gianna, however, tells them that there were some mistakes. Ashley tells the mums that she was disappointed in Bryn and Kendall's duet. She declares that Kendall should have played up her character more. Jill retorts that Bryn was boring, and Jess piles on, saying that Bryn's turns were off. In the dressing room, Knuckle is afraid that there won't be any time to rehearse the group. He tries to hurry the makeup artists along, who tell him that there's nothing they can do. He tells the mums that this isn't what he signed up for. Nonetheless, the girls manage to perform a stunning routine. At awards, Alexis and Peyton win first in the mini category and 5th in the overall duets and trios. Kendall and Bryn come in 3rd in the junior category and 3rd in the overall duets and trios. Nia and Kalani win 1st in the teen category and 4th in the overall duets and trios. The group dance wins 1st in the junior category and 1st in the overall group dances. Afterwards, Knuckle gives all the girls high fives and Jill begins to dance with glee. Gianna tells everyone that Abby will be back next week. Melissa asks if Abby wants them back, and Holly adds that they should have a backup plan because she doesn't want Abby to call the cops on them. Jess claims that JoJo showed leadership in the group dance, saying that maybe JoJo is Maddie's replacement. Melissa retorts that Maddie is in a movie that JoJo will never be in. The week concludes with Ashley upset by Bryn and Kendall's 3rd place duet, and the mums remind her that winning competitions isn't everything. And with that, we've reached the end of episode 5. Are you surprised by how tense things were this week, even with Abby out of the picture? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.